Good afternoon, people. Wanted to show you another tutorial that dives more into the actual gameplay of the RTS server and some tutorials on how to do it. That is the IP address. It's on my site. Of course, as my previous tutorial showed you, you have to become a member to get a password. And I also mentioned in the last tutorial that when that screen gets too big, there's a little scroll bar for the train registry. And Scott's out there right now, and this is one way that you can check to see if people are using this. You can check to see that somebody's actually on the server right now, provided they're updating everything correctly. And got some music in the background so that I don't have to talk this whole time. Hopefully the music again is not too annoying. You can let me know by that. As you see, the times have changed because we're in the middle of the afternoon. This is morning out on the west. I'm looking at his train, one of the trains he took, which he actually ran, I believe, was at Barstow, Maine 2. So once again, I update the locations, and I show the data at the very bottom. You can do Control F to Control Find or whatever. This is the external dispatcher. Now hopefully everything will show up today because I'm going to try to keep out of full screen as much as possible, but I got my eyes on that train there. So I figure that's the only train that's heading his way. So I thought, well, let me just use external dispatcher there. If you don't know how to use external dispatcher, I believe there's a tutorial up on that. There's definitely the guide. You can get external dispatcher at run8depot.com, which is another great site for maps, and I'll try to remember to post the links if I recall, if I remember. Gotta remember everything here. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to take that train. Now, yeah, I haven't acquired it yet. You should acquire it first, but, you know, who knows, somebody might steal it from you. That train, C-Shy, I believe is a default train. You'll know if it's a default train or not, or if it's a custom train. So I'm putting in taking the C-Shy eastbound, and I am going to run this, and you're going to see some of the gameplay if everything works out here. And it's taken a while for the website there. A little squiggly. Yeah, it says submit. I think my internet service, the server seems to be fine, but sometimes my internet service lately has been pretty lagging. Hey, what do you know? You can actually see stuff today. That's good. So I use the external dispatcher to click on because I'm not in full screen mode, and I don't have sound as far as I know. But what you want to do, short hood lead, auto started, autoed MU, hit Control and W to go flying. W, like all this stuff is in the tutorial how to move around so fast. This is literally how quick it is for me once you get used to it. To you know, you click on the coupler there, attach DOT, and Control F11 will take you right back in, and here we are in the cockpit, getting ready to go. Can't tell from the screen, the editing screen, but you should be able to see the green signal if I recall. You turn on the 4 breakers there, you turn around, put it to run, and there's also chat going on. RTS is a chat only. By all means, if you want to use TeamSpeak, you can use your own TeamSpeak server to check with your buddies. I'm just checking here to make sure I got the short hood lead, which I do. Just a good double check. Make sure that your headlights are working, and you know, honking in the bell, and away I go. Showing on that left screen there. The brakes haven't quite released, but that's okay. They were not quite minimum, a little bit. So yeah, I'm looking at that. That was the regular F3 display real quickly there, just to see what was going on. There's only 2 of us on right now. One thing, and I just I typed in a message there, departing Jim Gray for Needles. It's good to at least do that. I'm going back into the external dispatcher there. Right mouse, or yeah, I'm going to go down to main 4. I was originally going to pass them, and then I thought, you know, I haven't. I just got up. I get up pretty late these days, and I stay up pretty late. somebody left a signal on there. I'll just turn it off because I know it's the only two of us that are on. But anyways, pausing that, and now we're take you a little bit forward there. Actually running towards our meet. Fast forward a little bit, you can take a look behind you, see what's going on. I'm in the engineer's chair right now. Now he was reporting an issue with the EOT. After I went by him, I realized that he has one of these custom trains. This is a default train. Now, see the flashing there for a second? You can see the chat? That is Control Tab. It's very important because, see, I'm typing in here, coming up to, yeah, the junction. You can use short forms if you're not a fast typer. Notice how I hit enter, nothing showed up, but when you hit Control Tab, there it is. One thing you'll notice, that'll be a dead giveaway. If you hit Control Tab, you are hiding all chat communications. You have to hit Control Tab again. So if it looks quiet on the chat screen, that's why. Another view there just to see, and you can see Scott today is he's coming up here. He's actually going to have lunch. He was gonna go at his normal crew change, but he's heading over to Mojave after lunch. And no, we're not going to run into each other. I kind of looked at that and thought, I totally forgot that track actually goes the other way, but you can read the text there. And I said I was going to check the EOT, and this is how you can do this now. And it was a feature I actually hadn't tried yet. Back in the old days, the conductor side, you couldn't see the other side of the monitors. But let's see here, I'm going onto the right track here. And he's waiting. I joke with him about, you know, running the red. We have fun here. I know it seems serious because of all the rules. A little toot back and forth, and this is one of these custom trains. Forgive me for the frame rates if they appear to be slow. Right now they seem okay, but Control Z actually shows you that little time, and it also shows you your frame rates at the top. Now this was what surprised me. So all of a sudden I was like, whoa, this is the first time I actually saw this screen, because I've never actually went into the conductor side while I was running a train before, and lo and behold, there's the monitor. If you're a conductor, I don't think you get it. But you can still see what's going on. The reason why I went over here was I wanted to check his, from the conductor's viewpoint, I wanted to see what was going on. We're going by Barstow Yard there. The receiving yard is really full. Yeah, I have mid DPUs on these trains. The reason why they come on, yeah, I think this is where the frame rates might have been gone. The reason why I have mid-train DPUs, I know prototypically most intermodals do not have it, even though this one is heading towards Mojave. You can see this train here, which is ZWSP STO -29. The -29 means it was spawned and created on the 29th. I create them every day, as I was saying in another tutorial. But everything you see here represents that train's default consist makeup, except it randomizes the actual stuff that's on it. There's a few empties. It's probably not 100% prototypical, because usually empties are at the end as far as I know, but anyways. I'm over here. I was looking out the window, and I can still see the signals, so that's good. But I had to see the signal just to make sure that I'm calling the signals. We call signals west of Barstow. Some of them still call them east. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm coming up to his train now, and then I realized he had DPU, which was kind of silly because I should have known it. And you'll notice a CSX unit. The random generation, I'm going to look behind me now if I remember what I'm doing. I didn't see a light on this tail end. He says he had it, but I didn't see it. But the random generation, what it does is it also will put different types of units. The BNSF, it randomly selects, you know, like a 50-50 type thing between the various BNSF units. There's the receiving yard filling up. Lots of work for me, which is great. Had some fun this weekend. Some engines on the loop track. I actually had a little bit of a disaster there. I don't know what happened. Sometimes little things happen. But it was recoverable. It was just one car that was corrupted, either that or it split a switch, or I don't know. But that was some of the power that I took down from one of the trains that I broke past the other day. And yeah, going into the yard here. The departure yard is at the moment fairly empty. The goal here, and you can read my text there if you want, as I'm blobbing around here, because most of it's not too important, but just keep in mind that control tab, if you type something, also the beeping, you won't hear beeping going on if you're out of control tab, so that's another sign that something's not working. So always control tab just to see if the chat. You might notice that there's a lot of text on my screen. There, I just took it off there. Control tab. Control Z is what gives you that top if you want to take screenshots without everything in it, or video. I was saying anyways, over here the yard, I got one in inspection here. It's been there for I think a week. Somebody took a couple trains out of the crew change. Actually, I had all 3 crew changes. I'm going into 4 for a crew change. 3 is the hot track, 1, 2, and 4. So if you're coming up to Barstow and you want to end your trip, and it's supposed to go on further, then it's best to put it into the crew change. If it's going to the Cajon sub, and you know that by looking at the train list, then you can do that as well. But that's pretty much about it with this tutorial. That's another random train, by the way. That's over on the other side. A lot of patterns repeat themselves, just like in real life, and you know, it's more or less. Yeah, I lost my thought. I'm just blabbing. Enjoy the music. I think the music's maybe more. I'm more annoying than the music, but you know, it's a fun simulator, and yeah. Paused it out so I can get you close to the stop here. You want to come up as close as possible to the stop signal. I usually use dynamic brakes. Then you use your independent brake once you're below 10 miles an hour. You can use that without getting into trouble. I'm using that now. And once you've come to a stop, you can go back onto the website and just report that your location is there for a crew change. That just allows people to see that you have actually no longer at the location that the train list is showing you at. It's good to cross-reference the date of the last update with the dates on what's going on, and you just click on it to shut down, or relinquish, I should say. And that's it. And I see I even missed some chat there, because when I hit relinquish, I didn't get the beep, so I knew something was wrong. And sure enough, even with the big delay, you can set the settings for the delay for your chat so that it shows you more. If you're going to use text quite a bit, you may want to increase that delay. It does fill up your screen in a busy server, but it's well worth it for me, especially if you're dispatching. So anyways, if you like this, subscribe and like, and see you later.